Over 3,000 college basketball players graduate every year with the dream of making it to the NBA. Only 60 players get drafted. The rest of the players will receive a contract directly overseas or will have to pursue an international tryout to live out their dream, with a flight and $500 to compete for a professional basketball contract.
We're on our way to pick up some random people I never met in my entire life. The car is jam-packed. I bus to the border. We could probably get you our taxi to the border, and then we can get you someone to get you at the border.
There's somebody come get me at the border?
Yeah.
There's no way anybody out there can come get me.
I mean, we could try, man, but I mean, it's gonna be hard, man. I'm responsible for 45 people.
John Solomon, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. CEO of Self-Motivated Athletic Agency. I was a player. I played high school and college. I didn't get in a lot, but I really loved the game, and I worked really hard. So now I'm working hard on this because these guys spend a lot of money and they put out a lot and they sacrifice a lot, with just a chance, not a guarantee, but a chance at getting a job.
Scottsdale San Diego International Airport. Players coming from all around the country to get a chance to play in the CIBA Copa League in Tijuana, Mexico. Trying to get everybody organized. Just bring one ID, you'll be okay. One ID is fine. I'm about to just gather all the guys and do a roll count real quick, see who's here, who's not, who's missing, and go from there.
My name is Sean Hampton. I'm from Los Angeles, California. My story is a little different. I played at Pasadena City College. That's where I started. And from there, I transferred to West Georgia. I didn't get to play. I didn't give up, though. I ended up going overseas, playing in Peru, doing really well. On top of that, played in Mexico a few times after that. I played on the Chihuahua Tour. I played in Oaxaca. I've played in Oaxaca de Jimenez.
Yeah, I'm still pretty confident this time. I went home working on a lot of things, so hopefully it pays off.
I'm Jamil Goodwin from Newark, New Jersey. Had some workouts in Canada. Tried out for the D-League. And went to Chile with John before last year. And now I'm here in Mexico. Man, first I missed my flight. Well, the flight got messed up, so I was 2 days late to Chile. It's like an 18-hour flight, something like that. So I got to Chile 2 days late. Really wasn't myself. I didn't play how I wanted to play, so I didn't make the team out there. And then on my way back, I got all my stuff stolen the night before, like shoes, clothes, got my whole bag stolen. Then I missed the flight to leave Chile. So I was stuck in the airport for 2 days.
Been on the plane for 5 hours, ready to get to a gym. Gordon Ball from Houston, Texas. Having a couple seasons under my belt in Mexico would be perfect for my resume, perfect for my career. Give me some time to get some stats under my name and just make a name for myself. Been in the D-League for a little bit. The Austin Spurs. I went to Serbia, France, and China, three countries in Europe. And now I'm just looking for my next contract in Mexico.
My name is Raymond Penn Jr., but I go by Ray Penn. Houston, Texas, born in Detroit. About 4 months ago, I got my first contract playing in Germany, but things didn't work out. I think I got a great chance, but it's not in my control or theirs. Only God knows.
Say Garland Judkins. I'm from Houston, Texas. I played at the University of Arizona, Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I was drafted into the D-League in 2013 by the Santa Cruz Warriors, traded to the Iowa Energy. Last year, I started the year off in Estonia for Telenik Alev, then went to Jordan for their first 2 months of the season. Well, with playing in different countries before, I mean, it's kind of like riding a bike. After a while, you get used to it, and you know, you just kind of embrace the culture and just go from there. And I was in Estonia. We would practice one time a day, and the rest of the time the gym was literally shut. And I mean, if you wanted to get in the gym, you had to pay for it. You know, you literally actually had to pay to get in the gym.
No expectations, man. Just expecting to control what I can control. That's about it. Dean Hadley from Los Angeles, California. Played in Australia, France, Qatar, Mongolia. My best experience here was probably just in the city right outside of Mexico City called Cuernavaca. I used to wake up in the morning, man, and get fresh tortillas, fresh tamales, you know, bright and early. You know, the ladies hand making them. The basketball here is pretty good. And I mean, this is a really good country to play in. Ready to work.
My name is Malcolm Canada from Austin, Texas. Went to school at Aikens High School. After I went to Aikens, I went to JUCO, Ellsworth Community College, and then I transferred there to Auburn University.
Leon Gibson from California. Went to University of Houston for 2 years. Prior to going to University of Houston, came to Mexico for a bit, but before that, went to the D-League with the Vipers, with the Houston Rockets. Played in Sevi Sotos in Chihuahua for about like a week and a half, and then came back home, stayed home for about like 2 months, and then left to France for like a 9-month season. Every league is looking for a big man. Like they always say, you can't teach height. So, I mean, I feel like with me being 6'9", 275, it's a blessing. So I try to use that to my advantage and try to, you know, support my family and support myself.
My name is Jamel Harris, Cleveland, Ohio. Went to Eastern Michigan last year, played in the Middle East. Year before that, played down in South America. I played in South America and Chile. First year coming out. Last year, I played in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Iraq. They do have leagues over there. A lot of people don't know that. I've actually never been to a camp before, so this is my first experience with camp.
Bryce Clark, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. When I first met John, I was one of the top players at the Chihuahua camp, and got picked up. That's when I got my first job in Mexico, and I was one of the leading scorers in that league, and that's when my year took off, and I always kept in contact with John. John is the only person that would call me, stay on the phone for 45 minutes. I always wanted to be an agent after I'm done playing. I thought I was done playing now, but John found a way to drag me back in.
I'm Wesley Afolayan, and I attended Prairie View A&M University. I was crowned national champs in high school. You know, I just came to show what I can do.
Brandon Carpenter from Knoxville, Tennessee. I kind of come out here humble, not expecting anything much, so I bought a round-trip ticket, you know, bought enough clothes to stay here.
Malik Singleton from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The first school I went to was Rob Morris University. Left from there, family got into a tragic car accident, and went to a JUCO. Then I went to the University of Great Falls, where I finished out my school year, my tenure. Everything's on the line, but that's not gonna stop me from pushing. I mean, that's not gonna stop me from grinding every day and keep on going and pursuing this dream.
Thanks for coming down. It's gonna be a great experience for 2 days here, because it's different than going to a tryout here in the United States. We're going to cross that border, it's totally different. And believe me, some people leave their games here and just disappear over there.
Players are getting ready to cross the border into Tijuana, Mexico after meeting at the San Diego airport.
It feels good to be back in Mexico, man.
roommates.
Oh, you said 209?
What's that look? 311, all the way to corner.
This money green right here.
This is what's on the line. Each player, they pay $450. You know, we cover everything: hotel, food, transportation, and they get their own flight, and gives them an opportunity in landing a professional job. So not only the players, you know, got to make the effort to get here, but they also have to put in their, you know, hard-earned money to try to make it happen.
I ain't going home, man.
I've considered the fact that I'm not going home. I packed enough for like a good 2 months.
No, I don't got no round trip ticket. I don't plan on leaving.
My whole career's on the line, man. I'm looking to stay. You know, I've seen some guys bring a bag for 3 days, you know, and I brought a bag to stay for a season. So that's my goal, that's my mindset, and that's what I'm here to accomplish. I got a round trip just in case, but I don't plan on using a return ticket.
I packed to stay and a round trip. So if I needed to go back, I'm good, but I'm here to stay.
They one-way ticket. Clothes, you can always buy new clothes. Enough for a couple months.
I don't even, the agent paid for mine, so I don't even know if he got a ticket back. But I will say I did move all my stuff out my crib that I was living with my boy. So I moved all my stuff back out because I wasn't planning on coming back.
Yeah, I actually packed to stay. I only bought one ticket here. So, you know, like I said, I got very high confidence in myself, man.
From where I'm from, you only see this on TV. Never thought I'd be able to make it out here.
It's the first day of player evaluations, and Coach Andre Bovain is hoping to land a job in Mexico after failing to land a coaching job in Taiwan. He's directing practice as the players prepare to play 3 games in 2 days in front of the owners and coaches of the SIBA Copa League.
You good, you did the right thing.
My name is Coach Adolfo Sanchez. Went to school at San Joaquin Delta Junior College and went on to Seattle University, played, came back to Mexico, the old country, went through the whole thing with the Mexican Olympic team as a player and later on as a coach. And there, from there, we've been coaching about 22 years, 14 championships that my players have given me in those years, and an opportunity to coach the Mexican Olympic team in different events in the Pan American Games. An opportunity to a player that maybe dropped out of the U of A or didn't finish school. They're working together, trying to get it organized, and then feed out 15 to 18 players that will go into the SIBA Copa, which is the second power league in Mexico. I tell everybody to forget about all those good days in college, because that's over with. Now it's a whole process for you to becoming, number one, a professional person in the field that you want to pursue, which is basketball at this time.
My name is Roberto Laporte. I have a team in SIBA Copa. It's called Rayos, which means lightning, and it's in the city of Hermosillo in the state of Sonora in Mexico. Every team is gonna take at least one guy back to their camp. That way, you know, we can match them up against players that are already on our teams. We had our team already built up, and we had our Mexican-American. He was a Mexican-American. He needs further development, you know, and to get stronger, you know, work on that before coming back to our league.
Where I'm from, like, we ain't speaking Spanish. Like, you feel me? So for me to speak Spanish, they're looking at me like, you know, 2 types of Spanish, bro?
Well, I'm from Texas, so Mexico is Texas. Wow.
Learn Spanish. I mean, I think it'd go good. I'd get adjusted to everything, and I try to get involved with the culture, because I've heard that overseas, if you get involved with the culture, the people start to tend to you more.
Learn a little Spanish, learn what I like to say in Spanish. Get used to the food, you know, get used to talking to people.
10 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the gym, Jim Gilliam. I like to practice. I like to work out over there because it's like a rough environment. You know, that's where I grew up at. It's called the jungle. If you ever heard of it, I don't know if y'all heard of it, but it's called the jungle, you know, and it's like very, very, it's tough, and you don't make it out. It's in LA. It's like Crenshaw area. And I got my family, all people I grew up with, like all my day ones and all my family with me. They over there. I don't live over there, but I'm there every day working out, for sure.
I train, period.
I wake up, go get my workout in, ride the bike about 10 miles, then I go and help my little JV team at Knoxville Christian.
John Solomon, CEO of Self-Motivated Athletic Agency here in Tijuana, Mexico for the official SIBA Copa League tryout.
Hard work on 3, SIBA Copa on 6. 1, 2, 3. Hard work. 4, 5, 6. SIBA Copa.
Yeah, so we just had our first set of games. The guys played really, really hard. And, you know, right now, to be honest, it's really tough to tell. You know, I've been running around a lot, so I haven't really sat there and completely watched. I had to, you know, try to make sure everything was running right. It's a lot more on me than it was in the past in terms of logistics and stuff like that. But at the same time, Roberto Laporte, you know, did a great job setting up the gym and the venue and the bus. It's just really hard to tell who's going to make it right now. You know, there's not really players out here that just really can't play at all. So, you know, it's just really hard to tell. You know, there's not many players that are really standing out either. But from what I'm told, 11 guys for sure are going to go to training camp. So 1 per team. Tomorrow night, we're going to find out, less than 24 hours away. So, you know, it's coming down to the wire. You just never know. The bus driver was supposed to take the players at 7:30, and it didn't happen. So there's a lot of players here that are really tired and they're really hungry, and they got to perform again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So, you know, we'll see when fatigue comes in and just, you know, the long ride to get here. And, you know, it's just a lot going on, and it's a lot on the line for a lot of these guys.
Feel good. You know, my first time out here. Just, you know, taking it all in, you know, getting the experience. First days are always kind of all over the place, you know. I didn't have my best outing, but at the same time, you're really just going up and down, trying to get a feel for one another. Tomorrow will be a better showing. We'll probably know each other better, and it'll be a lot more chemistry.
You know, we just had a few disagreements. When we meshed, it was a little late, but we got it together. Tomorrow will be a very good day for our team, but we found what we needed to come together, though, for sure.
A little disappointed on the organizational side. You know, the biggest adjustment was the fact that the gym was pulled off at the last second, based on, you know, that the other gym didn't have backboards. 3 players missed practice today, 3 of the better players, actually. And just, you know, I just want to see the guys get jobs.
I'm a bouncer at some clubs. And my dad, I work construction with my dad, so a lot of lifting there, too.
Do a little bit of everything. Help my dad sell paper, help a high school JV team. It's different. I told my dad, you know, I love playing basketball, but I think I like coaching more because I study the game, and I just like helping kids, watching them develop.
We come from, man, like, I'm sure you didn't come from some You play like it.
Yep.
You feel me?
You gotta have something in you that's gonna push you to that level.
That's different. That make you that different animal.
See, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not blessed to be 6'8".
What that's supposed to mean?
It means, bro, listen, let's be realistic.
What does that mean?
It means you pass the eye test. 5'9", okay, I want to see what he can do. It's a difference. You still got to prove yourself. You getting that first glance. Period.
And 9 times out of 10, you ain't catching.
9 times out of 10, a dude that's long
6'10"
and don't get a gig, it's really on them. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what it is with me. I could have up my chances today. I'm a realistic guy, son. But see, I learned to stop putting pressure on myself. I'm in Tijuana, Mexico, playing basketball.
I don't think people really understand how hard it is to really get on.
They don't think, because they think it's just ball.
I don't really think people understand what we gotta go through, bro. Like the that we gotta go, all these tryouts. I ain't trying to go back to LA. Period.
You see why I talk so much? Because I look myself in the mirror, Kenfro. That's why I talk so much. Because I'm real with myself. It's not like I'm not capable. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
You have
We'll see tomorrow. That's all I can say.
Feeling good. I haven't walked now. You don't walk around Mexico. You stay inside.
We got pancakes, and they gave me fruit for $20, man. They got me. Always double check your food out here, man.
You got the owners and everybody out there. They want to look at everything. They just don't want to see you play. If you out here bull, they gonna see you bull. I need 3 in the middle. Just 3.
I think we're doing a good job so far. It's important, that we play together. Play your role. These guys want to see what you can do to help their team win. That's the key. And one more thing, just make the announcement. That most of the guys know, but if you don't know, tomorrow night, ESPN2, they're doing the piece on us from last year when we had this camp.
The camp is definitely going up a level since we've been to Chile and Berlin.
When I was in Berlin, the difference is, well, one major key is like housing, bedding. You get a good night's rest.
Hostels was weak. Showers was terrible. Small.
Coaching here is better.
Get ready for this game tonight. At the end of the day, it's still a blessing, no pressure. Just here to do what I know how to do. Mexico, here I come, H-time, Mexico.
Hey, is everybody here for the first game? It don't look like we even have enough to play one game on one team. Guys, if you got guys here team missing, go knock on their doors right now. We're on the way to the last set of games. The draft is tonight. Literally about 12 hours away. Guys aren't on too much sleep right now. But, it's the opportunity to get in the door. For most of these guys to get their next job. If they get ESPN2, we'll probably watch the ESPN together. So I'll find out. A lot on the line tonight, a big night. And for most of these guys, it's their last shot.
Yeah, we don't even play right now, man.
We get on the court, we gonna kill regardless.
You hold him in, right?
I said I'm gonna hold him.
Look, I ain't gonna talk to him no more.
Don't say to me, period. Well, don't even look at me like spaz on your punk ass. I'm really from that, bro.
Okay, bro.
Okay, bro, nothing. You
You right.
You are.
You're right.
There was no fish thrown. It was just, confrontations, basketball, gets like that.
Let's go. Win. 1, 2, 3. Move the ball. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Hey, you see who up, right? That's cool. You see who winning the game, right? That's cool. You see who's winning the game, right? I told him that 50, he didn't want to.
Let's go. Coach. I need that double-double. Thank you. Come on. Good, solid defense. No foul. Good, solid defense. All right? Hey, just head. Don't get back. Hey, we closing down. Hey, if they go try to speed dribble it, close down that play.
No fouls.
No fouls. Come on, y'all. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish. Hey, I'm on.
We can put 100 on the rematch, though. I told him, look, this is the man. This is the man. He didn't want to run the brand. What happened? What happened, young man?
Hey, he pay out the refs, man. It's Fugazi.
I'm telling you.
Hey, it is what it is. We got the W, got a good team. I give it up to Blue. They play hard, though. I give them that one.
Got 2 wins. I feel as though Gold's the best team here. And we proved it today.
And it's a tough loss, but it was a great game. Yeah, I think I got a good chance, man. Came out here, performed 2 games, and waiting for the night to hit my name call. That's about it.
It was a fun game. I think that was the all-star game. I mean, those are the best 2 teams. But they deserve to win. They fought hard. I hope so. I mean, be humble. That's what my dad told me. So don't expect nothing. And then when you do, just be grateful about it.
I'm putting in the work right now for it to be my life for the next few years. Hopefully, eventually move my family out here, my daughter, my girl, and, you know, just move on from there and have a life out here. She didn't like it as much, you know, due to the stuff that she watches on the news and the killings and stuff like that, but, you know, it's the same back home, being from LA, you know, you got killings every day. It's really nowhere you can go in the world that's not, you know, going to show some type of negativity or crime in wherever you're from. So she didn't like it as much, but it's just how I got to make my living right now.
My mom's side of the family, they don't talk to me because I play basketball. And my dad, he's all about it. Be honest, I don't think it's a white person's sport. That's honesty.
My family, they know I play overseas. They're pretty used to it. They want me to play closer to home. Mexico is ideal for me because I'm from LA. My girlfriend's in San Diego. I got a lot of life right here on the coast. My mother is always nervous when I left the country. She had a heart attack almost when I was going to the Middle East last year. She didn't want me going to Chile. She was like, this and that, and the food, you're gonna get sick, this and that. She was saying the same thing about Mexico. Be careful down there. Watch what you eat. And I told her, I'll be all right. I'll be fine. I'm sorry, I'll be, you know, that's how my mother is, though.
Growing up, you know, it was tough on me. I had a rough lifestyle. Both parents was on drugs. Police kicked the door in. They kicked the door in because my family was selling drugs at the house. They took my dad to jail. My mom was on the run. My aunt came. She came to the house, and she said she only had room for one of us. It was me and my little brother. And I was 12 at the time. Me being the older brother, I felt like I could survive. He was 2. And so I told her to take him. I didn't have nowhere to go. Our house we got evicted that day. It was like 11 o'clock at night now. Walked to my friend's house about 3 miles away. And he wasn't there, and it was like a little back of a car seat underneath the stairway. That's where I slept at for a good little bit. It wasn't until I got adopted with my AAU coach at the time. Came by looking for me, asking questions, and he came in and took me in for a little while. And ever since then, I've been staying with him.
I think everybody played well. The talent here was better than I expected. Guys played hard, played together. You have a couple of 6'9" kids that was really, really good. My expectations of them are that they shouldn't be here in this game. I think they are way more advanced. And I don't know if it's their resume or the background, but they were really, really good. And they should have an opportunity to play here in Mexico.
22. Okay, that's not bad, though. I gotta get better on the boards, though. I only have 5 rebounds. But 22 and 5 ain't bad, though. 7 and 9 from the field, 77% from the field, 5 for 6, 2 for 3 from 3, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. I didn't have a bad game, though. No turnovers. What you got, man? You had 3 points.
Coaches and owners of the SEBA Copa League are making the final evaluations of the players before the All-Star game.
Okay. Who else?
And Leon Gibson.
Nothing's gonna make the All-Star game?
Leon?
I'm just kidding. What was one of the best players in the camp?
Your big man that played a hell of a game tonight. What's his name?
That's Gordon Ball.
Gordon Ball, you got him?
Yep.
If you don't make the All-Star, does not mean you're not getting a job. It doesn't mean you're not getting drafted. This was basic, preliminary. At the end of the day, don't be discouraged. Doesn't mean you're not good. This might okay? So I wish everybody luck. I thought it was a very competitive game. I thought guys played really, really hard, and I'm proud of everybody. I appreciate your effort to come out here, spend your own money. It's commendable. Speaking of that, I'm sure everybody heard me, but I'm not 100% sure tonight. We're on ESPN2 at 9:30. We'll hopefully get a chance to watch here. I'm not sure if we get it or not. Tomorrow it might be on SportsCenter. Monday we're on SportsCenter for sure, and they'll have me on there talking about this overseas and everything like that. 4 years ago, I might cry right now, man, but I was in my basement, no connections. I didn't know anybody. Ever since then, I've been to 11 countries all around the world. I was in the Philippines with Allen Iverson. Went to China with Tracy McGrady, Gary Payton, Jason Williams, Fonzie Wells, Gil Carr. The biggest thing, man, is always stay humble. Always stay humble no matter what successes you have. And I mean, the thing that's going to happen this weekend and tonight and Monday is beyond belief. It really is. I don't think it's sunk in yet. We started with nothing. No money and dream. I believe nothing. And I knew if I kept going, eventually it was going to happen. And right now, we're right there. We're right there. And the biggest thing for me as a guy that used to play basketball is the ability to help you guys achieve your dream. There's so many guys out here that are talented enough and just don't get the chance. So a lot of good things to come. Most important is we all stay in touch. You guys all have my number. You can call me anytime. We go from there. So I appreciate y'all.
You still can get better. When you stop getting better, you need to try to do something else. It's all about money right now. It's about playing and you get some exposure. Understand it in all possible ways. All right, let's give him a hand.
I drank a Coke for lunch because, I didn't really have the time to sit there and eat and make sure the players eat first. So, it's about, like I said, this is for the players. It's for the players. I was a player. I played high school and college. I didn't get in a lot, but, I really loved the game, and, I worked really hard. So now I'm working hard on this, and, people don't really know the work that it takes to make something like this happen, actually, and to get all these guys even here. And just want to try to make it special for them and, make sure that they really enjoy their experience and they get a fair chance.
Well, I mean, actually, we were playing, and one of the guys on the other team, I mean, he didn't do it personally. I mean, he didn't do it intentionally. He was driving to the goal and tried to create a little space for himself. I mean, he ended up still getting the bucket, but I stepped in, and I should have been a little more aggressive, and I don't think it would have happened that way. Well, they told me that I should. They told me I should get stitches, but they said that if I get stitches, then I'd have to go back to the U.S. tonight. And if not, then I mean I could leave this on for about 4 days, and it would be pretty much the same thing, since it's not completely torn. But I mean it's pretty good.
Well, I was on time, so I think I'm doing pretty good so far. I talked to the president already, so he gave me some good feedback, but we'll see how it goes.
It's going all right. I like everything except for the Wi-Fi. I like the energy. The energy with the players is positive. Energy with the coaches is positive.
It's really good. A lot better than what I expected. It's great talent out here. People pushing themselves is very competitive. Really good count. Being homeless, my dad dying. I had a lot of adversity, but to sit here and be in a position to play professional ball, it's amazing. I'm blessed.
If I was to go back home tonight, I would probably be in Peru in March, but there's no contract yet. So, they call me a gym rat because I'm really in the gyms. Like, I'm here. So wherever it's at, like opportunity, I'm gonna go.
I mean, you have to either go back to work or, I don't know, try to find something else.
Hopefully, John can get a lot more of these going on, so a lot of other players can, get seen, because this is good for if you're a player coming out first year out of college, or you a couple of years, or you're a player trying to get back into the circuit. This is good because there's a lot of connections to be made out here.
Hey, my name is Gilbert Lopez, also known as Coach Lopez. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm currently going to be the head coach for the Rayos de Hermosillo, of the CIBA Copa. Well, I tell you, there's a couple guys that I do like, and I'm hoping I'll learn from our owner. Hopefully we'll get a high draft and nobody can take the guys that I'm looking at.
Miguel Corona. I am the assistant coach from Caballeros de Culiacan. We have 2 championships in the league. My personal opinion is right now they have maybe good players. I surprised in position 1-2, but we need to the 4-5. I believe we take the player we need.
Everybody head to the bus immediately. Immediately. Going back to the hotel, take a quick shower, and put something decent on, and then see you at the end. We're going to head to the draft.
Once again, thank you, John.
Appreciate it, man.
Man, I've never been in a draft in my life, so even if I don't get picked, it's something.
We're just trying to get him back here. It's not the end of the world.
The situation right now is that the bus driver left us here. We're ready for anything.
Nothing else. Like I want to win. Period. That's all I want to do is win. Win games.
I understand.
I mean, like there's nothing else I want to do. Just give me that opportunity. That's all I need is one opportunity, and it's gone.
The bus was delayed for an hour as the players' anticipation grew.
We're gonna leave it a surprise right now. A couple guys on that a lot of people like. It depends on what number they fall in. You know what I mean? I like me Gordon Ball. 6'9". Gordon Ball. Yeah, we've been waiting here for close to an hour, waiting for everybody to get in. We're in the process of doing the draft. The number 1 pick is going to be Dean Hadley by Rayos de Hermosillo, my team.
Hey, Mama John. No, we couldn't see it down here, but I heard it there. Ready? All right, the draft is now. I got to go. The draft, I got to go.
Dean Hadley was the first pick of the draft by Rayos de Hermosillo. Now he has the resources to feed his 8-year-old daughter, Mackenzie. Alzones de Obregon selects Malcolm Canada, who overcame extreme obstacles of being homeless and his father dying. The 5th pick belongs to Los Mochis, who selected Gordon Ball, the big man from Houston who earned himself another pro contract. Los Mochis has back-to-back picks and selected Leon Gibson, solidifying him another opportunity to feed his 1-year-old son. With the 7th pick, the Tijuana Zonkies drafted Jamel Harris, adding another country to his basketball resume. Finally, Bryce Clark was selected by Navalatos.
The coach for now going to go to other players that they like when they might in the training camp. It's between you and the coaches, but we're not done.
I feel like it's cool, you know? I can't be mad.
I'm gonna holler at my coach.
I can't be mad, you know? This is life. It's life.
I'm not gonna argue. That's true. It's true. I'm feeling good, man. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm here with my coach, my new coach, and the general manager, the president. I appreciate my opportunity. I thank you. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
For the rest of the players, it's decision time. get a 9-to-5, or keep chasing their dreams.
They have a flight, but he has a flight back in Virginia. I mean, Massachusetts tomorrow.
I don't know. I gotta find out because I don't know if Akil pays my flight or not.
Y'all want me to break all that? Move that shit away.
Man, we just had to do some bullshit. We missed the bus.
Why ain't you never come on time, dog?
You know, on time ain't my thing, man. You know, you should already know how to go.
I was like, not again. The ain't teams talk to you?
Nah, not really.
Hey, the ain't team talk to you?
Nobody talks to you.
Dude, you shouldn't have missed the All-Star game, man.
You think? All I'm saying is I might have got snubbed in the draft, but use this as a stepping stone, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning stone, and I'm going to take it for how it is and come back better, work on my game. This ain't going to be the end for me.
It's about 6 or 7. Everybody just got back about 2 hours ago, and a little hold up finding the car. And just looking for the cars, get our equipment, and get back to LA and get some rest.
Sean? Yes. Hey, where are you guys coming from then? Mexico. Oh yeah? Basketball. Play basketball? Yeah. How was it?
I don't know what he was doing.
I could have did better. Where's your fifth man? No, it was like he ran the tryout.
My bin.
I'm sorry?
It should be in here, but I'm not sure.
All right, have me some forward insurance. You have to have that when you're trying.
I do have insurance.
John calls his parents after crashing his car on the way home from Mexico. Sean Hampton exits the carpool and takes a bus back from San Diego to LA.
It's an emergency, and I got the biggest interview of my entire life tomorrow. The bad part is I crashed my car on my way back, so my mom's on my way here. I'll be there tomorrow, though, no matter what. I'm gonna be on SportsCenter. I crashed my car. My parents are absolutely livid. You know, they're not really seeing the big picture. You know, it's small. It's a setback. It's inconvenience right now, but it's like anything. You just gotta get over. You gotta get through it. I think you gotta get through it, and you gotta work hard to make it happen.
So for everybody watching this, man, when your dreams fall or when things don't go your way, man, it ain't over, bro. I need you to know it ain't over, bro. So, you know, just keep running, y'all.
Pleased to welcome in now John Solomon, CEO of that self-motivated athletic agency. You saw him on the story there. And John, welcome to the show. The first thing I want to ask.
Leon Gibson made the All-Star team with Los Mochis, averaging 18 points and 13 rebounds. He got another job in Uruguay for Herb Garcia, averaging 10 points and 8 rebounds, but was cut after 4 games. Malcolm Canada averaged 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists for Halcones de Obregon, and then landed another job for the Golden Eagles in Kosovo, averaging 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Dean Hadley played half the season for Rayos de Hermosillo, averaging 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he's currently looking for another job. Gordon Ball, teaming up with Leon Gibson at Los Mochis, averaged 12 points and 6 rebounds. He then landed a job in Panama for Caballos de Colce, but was cut a week later. Jamel Harris played half the season for the Tijuana Zonkies, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds. Later, he got the job in Palestine, playing for the Berzit Club, averaging 22 points per game. Garland Jenkins was not drafted. However, he was invited to training camp with the Carboca Mineros, but did not make it out of their training camp. Overall, 14 players received training camp invites from the Cibo Copa League. Out of the 42 players that attended, Sean Hampton, Ray Penn, Jamel Goodwin, Malik Singleton, Wesley Effeland, and Brandon Carpenter did not receive invites to the training camp.